What's up, YouTube? This is King of the Randoms here, back with another video on the next generation version of GTA Online. Now, due to the response from my last video on the new fastest car in GTA Online, not the fastest vehicle, but the fastest car, I felt it was good to revisit the topic slightly and put out a public service announcement, kind of like a buyer's beware for anyone who is interested in purchasing any of the House Special Works upgrades for their vehicles. Now, I'm not a car guy by any means in this game. However, I am a money grinder, and the very first thing that you'll notice here is the various upgrades and the cost for them. So this is my fully upgraded Banshee. This one has not received the HSW upgrades, and I'm just thumbing through all the various options that you have for upgrades, or categories that you have for upgrades. So the Banshee is not a very expensive vehicle, but as you can see here, the performance upgrades for HSW cost almost $1.8 million by itself, which is a pretty hefty price that puts it in line with a lot of the new supercars in the game. But the price itself is not the worst part about it. The worst part about it is it's just like Benny's upgrades, in which you pay an exorbitant amount for the upgrade itself, but once you get that upgrade, you're still going to have to add additional things. And here's me pulling in my already upgraded Banshee, which I've already spent that money on, and as you can see right here, HSW engine tune. That is something additional that you're going to have to pay for. So when it comes to the brakes, the engine tunes, the turbo and transmission, there are going to be additional levels that you're going to have to purchase above and beyond the upgrade just to get your vehicle maxed out for performance. So before you know it, you could have spent close to $4 million for a vehicle such as the weaponized Ignis to get it upgraded and to get all the bells and whistles. Another buyer's beware that I'd like to make you aware of is when it comes to races. And I know that the HSW vehicles is something that the racing community has really been looking forward to, but I will warn you, if you have some races bookmarked just like I do that were pulled over from old gen, some of them have been set up to have your custom vehicles restricted. Now, what that means is there are only going to be certain vehicles that are going to be able to be raced in that particular custom race. And also you have to remember that HSW is a subclass for racing, just like it was with the tuner vehicles. So while you may have the regular class such as super or sports cars, unless you have it set up for that custom class and it's not restricted, you won't be able to race with those particular cars. So this is actually a race that I bookmarked that did not have restricted vehicles. And as you can see, I can pull up my HSW vehicles and race them in this with no problem, just as long as they're within the same class. Now, unless you have a race that's a HSW subclass type race where you could potentially take the Hakuchu drag and race it against, say, the Cyclone 2, you're going to be restricted by those particular classes of cars. So that's about it. I just wanted to put this video out there as a public service announcement for anyone who is interested in upgrading their vehicles, and hopefully won't go through the trouble that I went through in upgrading so many different HSW vehicles that you're probably not going to be using very often, if at all. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. If you did, please drop a like, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if there are any other buyers bewares that you want people to be aware of, please leave them below in the comments. Thank you once again for helping this channel grow, and I will see you next time in the next live stream or in my next video. Take care, everyone.